I'm a guard at a secret government prison. Our most dangerous prisoner just escaped. Who's the worst person you can think of? Bundy? Gacy? Some dictator who killed millions? Evil, sure, but still human. But some things aren't. We call them the Void. Maybe they were born that way. Maybe something turned them into monsters. Maybe they were never human at all. Whatever the case, they exist, and we have to keep them locked away. That's what the Rift is for. A top-secret facility buried beneath an unmarked island in the Pacific. It holds 29 Void-class entities. No trials, no appeals, because letting even one out could mean the end of civilization. Each cell is custom-built to counter whatever horror is inside. If a Void does escape, automated defenses deploy. Drones armed with enough firepower to wipe out a city block. If that fails, Task Force Apex Zero is called in. I don't know much about them, but if you ever see them, you're already dead. So why am I telling you this? Because I have maybe an hour to live. My shift started normal. I was stationed outside Cell 14, home to the surgeon. A former neurosurgeon, now something else entirely. He could teleport at will, appearing behind you in an instant. The only way to contain him was constant surveillance. At least 10 sets of eyes on his cell at all times. If you blink, he's gone. I finished my shift and met my buddy Owen for lunch. I had just put my sandwich down when the alarms blared. Breach, breach, breach. Owen's face went pale. No way, he muttered. I had only experienced one breach before, a minor one. The surgeon had gotten loose. In 4 hours, he killed 116 people and made it 10 miles off the coast before they dragged him back. It took a week to repair the damage. That was one Void. If we were dealing with more than that, we were screwed. Nobody knew what to do. The security manual was useless. It basically boiled down to throw bodies at the problem. Sawyer, one of the more idiotic guards, grabbed his rifle and kicked the door open. Then he froze. Right outside, something was waiting. Morgie the Corgi. Imagine a 7-foot-tall man in a filthy, oversized Corgi mascot suit. Imagine that thing moving like a dog, running, crawling, growling. His voice was both childlike and impossibly deep. His favorite game, fetch, with human limbs. Sawyer barely had time to scream before Morgie pounced. His head popped like a melon. I ran. The Rift was in chaos, hallways drenched in blood, guards slaughtered. I sprinted until I found a group of guards gathered around a railing, watching something. What the hell is going on? I gasped. Owen grinned. This is gonna be sick. I followed his gaze. We were above the weight room. Down below stood Branko Petrovic. Branko was different. A 7-foot-tall, 400-pound Serbian-American guard. A living tank. He trained harder than anyone, could lift insane amounts of weight, and rumor had it the government ran enhancement experiments on him. And across from him, the Butcher. I didn't know much about the Butcher, just that he didn't talk. He just cut things apart. People, animals, walls, it didn't matter. His cell had 4-foot-thick reinforced titanium walls, and he had still almost broken through once. Now, the two stood face to face. Branko cracked his knuckles. The Butcher unsheathed a cleaver, and for the first time in my life, I thought this might actually be a fair fight.